So you are the chairman of the Aikman Institute. Could you tell us about that institute? What does it stand for? Inshallah, hopefully. But Prof, how do you keep with all those challenges? Might it be through external environments? What do you tell yourself, Professor, to keep focus, to keep the eye on the prize, despite everything?
Yes, yeah, as I mentioned before, that for me, as long as I do only good things, yeah, I convinced that there will be no problem. And if we try to work hard, then there will be a good result also. Also, of course, as a leader, we have also to carefully observe our neighbor. Yeah, because we don't know who we are talking with. Yeah, because probably he or she was a nice person, but probably he or she has a different view, different objective with us. Yeah, and we have to be smart enough, not to be, say, trapped by
Influenced.
yeah, yeah. That's the most important thing, and of course we have to make as many as possible friends, but you have to again watch your friends. Be careful with your environment. You have to identify, not because we want to confront each other with that person, but of course we will be still friends. But when we make a decision, then you should be very careful. Yeah.
That's a very interesting perspective. Professor, I interviewed Mas Gigi before. I asked him who his role model was. He said it was Elon Musk. My role model, I think, is Hillary Clinton. I think she's a good role model. I'd like to ask, Professor, who was your role model that motivated you?
Not only one person. Yeah.
People.
Of course, at the beginning, my father, of course, because
Integrity and honesty.
integrity, honesty, and he has never been talking or saying rough word. Yeah, so he always talk very nicely. That's the first time, the first person. And the second one is one of my senior, also a professor. He was a dean and also president of University of Indonesia, or Professor CUD. Of course, I cannot mention one by one. Yeah, but there are actually many people in Indonesia. Even I don't want to mention people outside Indonesia because probably too far, too difficult to reach. Yes. Unless if we are talking about innovation, of course we could say Bill Gates or Jack Ma. But in terms of personality, actually we could find many people in Indonesia. Of course, no person is perfect. Yeah. So, but we have to find the good side of that person. Yeah.
Is it important to have a support system? People who support you
for daily activities?
For the leadership position that you have, whether it was as deputy minister, whether it was as chairman of Aikman?
Oh, sure. So if you are a leader, then you have to identify your staff, right? Say you have 20 staff. Then you have to select from that 20 some of them who you could trust the most. And sometimes we cannot communicate directly or in very good way with all those 20 stars. But you could use those key person, say 3 or 5 person, who could be close enough to you, and you could trust them, and then you could deliver your message to them, and then he then in turn deliver the message to the other. That's the strategy to avoid any friction between us and other people. Yeah. For me, avoiding friction with anybody is also important. Yeah.
So keep the peace.
Keep the peace, and then build the trust between us. And then third thing is, if possible, this is actually principle of management. We should be able to make somebody else work for us. Yeah. Otherwise, we will be overwhelmed with many things. Yeah. So, if possible, we have to share our burden with other. Yeah. If we could make other people work for us in trust-based, then it will be very, very, very good. Yeah, you will reach the result, good result, but you still have enough energy to other things. Remember that also in your daily life, that we have to be able to be like a computer, multitasking. Okay, I understand that when we are here, probably only 60% of our mind actually in this room. Yeah. Probably another 20% you are thinking about your family. Another 20% you are thinking about your job. That's also important. So if everything should be covered by ourselves, then probably we will be also overwhelmed with disease. Yeah, sakit kepala. Yeah, you will get hypertension and so on. Okay.
Keep it balanced, I think, yeah, Prof. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Professor, for having this one-to-one interview with me.
Our pleasure.
I